Want to save hundreds of dollars? I found a way to do it. At first I was a little sketchy. You know, it's one of those things where you don't really know if it's going to work or not. But it's a lot like Craigslist. You guys ever do Craigslist? I like Craigslist. I've used it a few times before. You buy some... For those of you who don't know what Craigslist is, essentially it's a classifieds ad website. It's been around forever. The format hasn't really changed. People put stuff up there for sale that they're selling from their house or whatever. And they put photos of it and whatever they want for it. And you can contact them. The problem with Craigslist is it still uses an archaic communication system. So in other words, if you want to get a hold of the person selling the item, you either have to, usually you have to email them. It's also wrought with spam. So people can't really put their phone numbers up there without risking like getting added to text lists and all that junk. So it's great. It does work really good. I've had a lot of good luck with Craigslist, especially with selling. But there is another app that I actually recommend in conjunction with it that is actually, I've bought a few things off of it over the past couple of weeks. It's called Wallapop. Wallapop. The app is for Apple and Android. And the reason I like this app is because it uses like modern technology. So I open the app in the morning when I'm having my coffee or whatever, and it literally uses my geolocation, so it knows where I'm sitting. Or general idea, and then it just shows you a list of all the stuff that's like within half a mile of where you're sitting. And as you scroll through the list, it then shows like a mile, and then like 2 miles from you, then 3, and then 5, and then 10. You know what I mean? So like you can literally just kind of like browse what everybody has posted on classifieds as you're doing it. Now the second reason I like the way they structure the app was like, if I do find something I like, I can actually pull up the application and I can see the seller, how they verified their account. So they can verify their account like with Google+, with Facebook, and with a bunch of other social networks. So you can kind of get an idea of the trustworthiness of the person just based on that. You know, if they connect their Facebook account, the Facebook matches the profile picture, at least you have some degree of confidence that the person you're buying from is a legitimate person. My second favorite part about how they did that is after I verified and I'm like, okay, yeah, this doesn't seem that sketchy, I can actually send a direct chat to that person. It works like a messenger. So I can literally just shoot them a message and say, hey, this item looks great. I can pick it up tomorrow, or do you still have it for sale? And what's cool about the way the messenger app works is it also has read receipts. So I can tell if they've read it or not. So if I send them a message and they don't reply, I'm like, oh, well, maybe they just haven't opened the app. Maybe they don't have the app anymore. But if they've read it and they don't say anything, I can kind of like an hour or 2 hours just say, if you don't have it anymore, that's totally cool. And, you know, they can reply again. You know, I can kind of like, I can get a little bit of feedback, you know, on the communication side of it. The couple of things I bought from it's worked out really good, especially when I'm doing the meetup part. And I actually have to kind of like get together with the person to actually buy the item. Like, since we have that kind of established communication through the app, I can actually message them through the app. I'm like, okay, I'll be there at 5:30. I'll see you then. You know what I mean? And then like once you kind of get close to it, say, oh, I'm driving a silver Ford Escape. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So the few transactions I've done have been really good. Prices, of course, it's like people selling their stuff. You know, it's junk to them. So, of course, the prices are going to be good for some stuff. Other people obviously overvalue their junk. So there's going to be a lot of that. And like anything, like even with Craigslist, you're going to get better deals if you're in an inner city area. If you have an inner city situation, then within like a half a mile radius, you're far more likely to get really good deals. I don't know, our culture's kind of reached a point where like our trash is literally really nice stuff, or our quote-unquote junk is really like stuff we got for Christmas because we have so much awesome stuff where it's just like we just never use it. So like you're getting brand new stuff sometimes for like dirt cheap because they just don't want to look at it anymore because it makes them feel guilty. Wallapop. Didn't realize this would be a whole commercial for it, but I've been having a good experience with it, and it's worth noting. I saw it on an advertisement on TV. I'm like, I love classified stuff. I love hunting for deals. Let's do this. And so I tried it, and I'm happy with it. Have a good day, guys. Wallapop.